I used to walk.
They don't know about it, man. They don't
but
know
now I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, man. I like the light. I came a long way.
I said I used to walk.
Like, the only appropriate place. AP, appreciate the beat, my dad.
I used to walk. Now I'm having Rover dreams. I used to ride the bus, but now I'm doing my thing. I used to walk. Now I'm having Rover dreams. I used to ride the bus, oh yeah. But now I'm doing my thing. Long miles, oh yeah, I used to walk just to try to get a job. And the people tell me no, what you know about going hard? I ain't really with the asking. Seen people ride past me even when the weather was nasty. Could depend on nobody. The bus ain't even pass your body. As if they ain't see nobody. Now you laid a whole nother out. They say that this shit'll keep you strong. Ain't gon' lie, man, them people won't wrong. Cause now I'm in that Rover truck, sitting tall with my shoulders up. I said I came from the bottom, a young ain't never ever had none. I used to walk, now I'm having Rover dreams. I used to ride the bus, but now I'm doing my thing. I used to walk, now I'm having Rover dreams. I used to ride the bus, oh yeah. But now I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. How do you speak? Oh, yeah.
Hey yo, turn it up loud, throw your ears to the sky. Tell a friend or tell a friend, but us back at it again. Stomping, kicking through your speaker. Coming live with the teacher, street news, indie artists, interviews. Nice to meet ya. We trendy with the topics, real rap, no cap. We gon' blast on the sucker, talk about dirty motherfuckers. We gon' take it all black, all facts, all reacts. Keep it raw with mental health, being aware for yourself. Staying true to the game, a little joy, a little pain. We taking all the blame, we ain't here for the fame. We awakening ears, sending whispers through Virginia when you spreading the word. Tell them Shaun Nicole sent you, dropping jewels, sharing love, giving substance to your soul. Real talk with Shaun Nicole on Hot Mix Radio. Real talk with Shaun Nicole on Hot Mix Radio.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the first episode of Real Talk with Shaun Nicole. I'm Shaun Nicole.
And it's your favorite stoner, Mr. Kush.
Mr. Kush. Y'all know it's about to get crazy in here, y'all. We got a live performance by Ari-Ellaaa. We also have a very special guest to discuss mental health and how it affects everything in our community and addiction. And her name is Toni Simonson. Other than that, y'all, we about to get lit. This is just an introduction. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to go into this short music break. I used to ride the bus. Hey, that was North, y'all. Yeah, no, my joint is the elbows ashy joint.
Elbows ashy.
I used to walk,
They don't know about it, man. They don't
but
know
now
about
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, man. I like the light. I came a long way.
I said I used to walk,
The only appropriate place. AP, appreciate the beat, my dad.
I used to walk. Now I'm having
I was her, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't hurt no more.
You know it hurts so bad. You know I get this sad.
This is Acceptance by Ari-Ellaaa, y'all.
You know I like a fool.
Stay tuned for the live performance.
You didn't know you hurt me. I mean, how could you? You deserted me. So nigga. a fool for loving you. Didn't know I would hurt so bad. Didn't know I'd get this sad. Didn't think I'd break the rules. Didn't know I'd act a fool. You said you didn't know you hurt me. I mean, how could you? You deserted me. So nigga, yeah, so nigga, you. I destroyed you. I'm playing for queens. I know you're leaving, but I'll make sure you'll never forget. You'll never forget that I am royal. I am royal, and I deserve a king that will treat his queen like everything. To be honest, I took a loss. My heart paid the cost. I didn't ask for this. Clearly God built me to take his and stand up, forgive and never forget. Didn't know I hurt this bad. Didn't know I get this sad. Didn't think I'd break the rules. Didn't know I'd act a fool. You didn't know you hurt me. I mean, how could you? You deserted me. So nigga, yeah, so nigga,
All right, y'all. That was Acceptance by Ari-Ellaaa. Later on, we'll be having a live performance from her. So being that this is our first show, I'm going to try to kind of explain the segments as we go into them.
Please
so
do.
Our first segment, we have guest Mello. Guest Mello Mel?
Yes,
What's going
yes,
on, Mello?
yes.
How you doing?
How y'all doing?
That means to put that phone on vibrate.
My bad.
All right, y'all. So our first segment we have is called the All Black segment. And it's a segment where we just discuss issues in our community. And today's topic is going to be, and I know this might, bring some controversy, but I welcome that because everybody doesn't always agree with what I think, but I think the return of segregation. And when I say that, I think that each of us should stay with our own people like it used to be, even though somebody told me, well, isn't that what our ancestors fought for? They did. And that was back in their time. And we appreciate that. I am by no means taken away from what our ancestors went through. But in today's time, I feel like
Segregate permanently?
permanently, black should be with black, white should be with white. And any other race that's not black. And that's just how I feel. What are your thoughts?
I'll let you respond.
It shouldn't be like that.
Well, why do you think
times
that?
is changing. These kids, you have to be taught racism, and I just feel like it shouldn't be like that. Everybody should come as one, and yeah, that's it.
I think it's hard to segregate for a moment to concentrate on us more, to get us right, and then proceed forward. But permanently, nah, I don't think so. But I do think it's a time period that we need to concentrate on us,
Well, what do y'all
get
think
our
about?
community right, our culture right,
Right.
and then move forward. And
So
see-
what are y'all, and you say move forward, and all these years, and even today, we still haven't moved forward. And I'm not talking about little things like the Juneteenth holiday or the whatever they giving us to get paid. But moving on from that, what do y'all think about trying to teach, or the issues that are going on right now with trying to teach black history in schools? What do you think about that, as far as some people say no, some people say yes? I have a perfect reason for why they say no, but I want to know what are your opinions and thoughts on it. What do you think about that?
I think they should teach it, no doubt. I think they have a class, a curriculum, that teaches from young, elementary, going up, and it's supposed to be all race, not just African American. It should be, be aware
But they're already aware of all races. But what we're not aware of, in my opinion, is our race. And the reason why they don't want that curriculum taught in the schools, because if you teach this generation and the generations that's coming up about what they really did, then why would I go to you for a job? Why would I look to you for anything? Why would I want to be a part? Why would I want to be, as you say, unified with these other races? You know, if I knew what y'all really did back then, you know what I'm saying? But that's the history they don't want us to teach. You know, and if it's not going to go with their so-called curriculum, then they're going to disapprove it. How is that fair?
Then we got to teach it in the household.
Yeah, but see, in the household, it's just not enough, because some parents not going to teach that in the household.
You're right.
Some parents
You're
not
right.
going to sit down and take the time to teach their children, hey, this is where you come from, this is what happened, you know, and so forth and so on. So when they go to school, that's where they get most of their education at, but they still not trying to approve it because the curriculum doesn't fit in their box.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not going against the grain this time. Miss Shaun Nicole. It's like she's waiting on it, like, right, Kush?
I want to know your honest
No, I'm
opinions,
not going
though.
against the grain on that one. No,
I agree.
We learned European history all through school. So.
By force. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, by force. And I have nothing against European history. I just
from
think.
the caucus.
Right, you know, just from the caucus. So, but it's a very passionate subject, y'all. It's a thing that we should really pay attention to as far as what's going on in our community, why certain things can't be taught in our school. And that's just the first segment, but stay tuned for the next all black segment, and it goes nowhere but deeper from here. We'll be back.
Wakanda forever.
Boy said no, you can't spend my dough, you can't take my coat, hell no, you can't hold my dough. Excuse me, move, this single life got me grooving. Little space that it pays, get the fuck out the way. I can't hold you down, hell no, I gotta hold my crown. The secret to this life, stay humble with no sound. Better watch your moves, you wanna duplicate, better pay your dues. Can't fuck with you, you're just simple and fucking rude. Boy, I said no, you can't spend my dough, you can't take my coat, hell no, you can't hold my dough. Excuse me, move, this single life got me moving. Little space that it pays, get the fuck out the way. 4 years I held it tight, let you become a part of my life. Fuck me over like back to back. Niggas love being copycat. Tell me what you absorb, to be faithful or destroyed. I took my life back, won't let another get close like that. It took a long time to heal, goddamn my broken heart can't get real. Quit my job and stop doing school, I'm wounded and you're a thoughtless dude. A few months in, my heart flat lines in. Realize I gave you power, I took it back in 1460 hours. Boy, I said no, you can't spend my dough, you can't take my coat, hell no, you can't hold my dough. Excuse me, move, this single life got me moving. Little space that it pays, get the fuck out the way.
All right, y'all, we back. Real Talk with Shaun Nicole and
Favorite stoner, Mr. Kush.
Mr. Kush. Now, this is a segment that I've always had, you know, ever since we
Touchy,
started.
touchy,
This
touchy.
is and it needs to be heard by upcoming artists and even artists that have been out there and major artists. So this segment is Put 'em on Blast. And what we about to put on blast today is performing with your whole song playing in the background, like you using the whole song for an ad lib. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I'm just telling you that if I wanted to come and do karaoke, I could have got on stage and sung your song with you. It's unprofessional. It's a reason why you have a show mix if you're serious about your craft. Anybody can get on stage and play the whole song in the background and rap to it or sing to it. What's your thoughts?
Well, you're not really rapping or singing to it. You're just saying every other word and then the song play.
Pretty much.
So it's like, man, if I want to hear your record out about the CD or download it or whatever, but
exactly.
A lot of these young artists coming up don't understand the power behind the performance, right? Like you can have a dope record, crazy dope record. Everybody, oh, that joint nice, and you perform it like you got the whole record to play in the background, and you just, hey, yeah. I mean, to me, as a personal fan of music, it takes away from the song for me.
Right.
So I like all right, this is a dope record. Then you go see the performance, and they going crazy, and it's like, prime example, DMX.
Right.
He would go word for word, bar for bar, every performance until he's out of breath. You know, a lot of, I hate to say old school, a lot of 90s, early 2000s
right.
did it, but this new school, I mean, it's easier for them.
Right.
So we're taking the easy way out.
Yeah, pretty much. They're taking the easy way out, and it's no.
I don't respect it.
Right. I mean, how could you?
Nobody that's really into music is going to respect that.
Right.
As far as when it comes to performance, but
you know, because I'd be upset if I paid to come see a live performance and I'm getting what I could have just stayed home and did.
Right.
You know, I could have sung along with you. You know,
yeah, you could have stayed in your role, wiggling your
yeah.
olives, like, you know, listening to that. But
right. It's different from hearing, you know, just listening to your actual song. And then
energy.
Seeing the energy, like you
Yeah,
said, in a performance,
energy.
you know, you running out of breath, you know, you giving back to what people came to see. And I think also a lot of artists don't understand that it's not for you. You do this for the people. You know, we're the ones that you do this for. So, you know, you can't be selfish. Like, dude, stop it. We don't want to hear you.
One of the great producers of Virginia said to me, Clef Dollars, and he said, music is for the people and by the people.
Right.
And you know, in other words, talk something we can relate to.
Yeah.
I can't relate to you selling 50 bricks a night and killing 102 dudes every song. I can't, you know.
Oh, at least be believable. You know what I'm saying?
At least look the part.
If you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you know, do stuff and it's so easy just to say anything nowadays, man.
Like you can't talk that you in a pink onesie with some Converse on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a pink onesie on.
Your pants tighter than your girls. I'm not gonna believe you. I'm not. There's no disrespect. I mean, you know, the new trend and all that. But
right.
How can I believe you even beat somebody up?
And listen. We're not being disrespectful, y'all.
Not at all, man.
It's real. It's real. And we're not trying to make jokes and stuff like that about anybody, but it's funny. You know, when you just
right.
When you think about it and you think about the hard work that some artists put in, and then you see somebody swoop in with these comedic, you know, things and flows, and it just it's disappointing. You know, is all I'm saying. It's disappointing, but we definitely, it's real when we talk about getting on stage and performing with your whole song. Like, you know, artists, if you're trying to get out there and you want people to take you serious, you have to first take yourself serious, you know, and just like Mr. Kush said, you know, music is for the people, by the people. So that's what we want to see when we coming out to support y'all.
Yeah, give us all of you.
Yeah, all of you, because we give y'all all of our money and support. Stay tuned for the next Put 'em on Blast. We're going to take a music break, and we will be back with a live performance by Ari-Ellaaa.
Hey.
If you wanna twerk with me, better turn up on 3. My hands on my knees, dipping it slowly. Better hop on that, this, that, Shit, they at this bag, you better handle that. I see you watching me, but can you catch the beat? I know I see you thinking, but while I'm drinking, I'm turning up tonight, letting the bullshit slide. My week was stressful, twerking this meditation, no. I'm out with my girls, letting my ass twirl. We out here having fun, to rock shotgun. We ready to be booted, toot-toot-toot-toot-it. I see them girls lurking, while my girls twerking. They don't want these problems, don't wanna catch a case, because the honor crazy, and Jasmine get loud. Mari disrespectful, Johnny would've stumped a child. Sade TTG, Tati right behind me. If you wanna twerk with me, better turn up on 3. My hands on my knees, dipping it slowly. Better hop on that, this, that. Shit, they ask is bad, you better handle that. We came to have fun, so chill with your gun. Go chill with your son, make an underton. My girls is bosses, count your losses. Not on our level, bicycle pedal. Go with your baby mama, where is the baby? That hoe was crazy, go find you a lady. I'm turning up tonight, letting the bullshit slide. My week was stressful, twerking this meditation, no. I'm out with my girls, letting my ass twirl. We out here having fun, so rock shotgun. We ready to be booted, toot-toot-toot-it. I see my girls lurking, while my girls twerking. Eat shit down the ride, like security by my side. So don't cross that line, your ass gon' get hurt several times. They all trained to go, one hit for need though. Can't let you stop the show, turn up on 3 with Ari though. If you wanna twerk with me, better turn up on 3. My hands on my knees, dipping it slowly. Better hop on that, this, that. Shit, they ass is bad, you better handle that. If you wanna twerk with me, better turn up on 3. My hands on my knees, dipping it slowly. Better hop on that, this, that. Shit, they ass is bad, you better handle that.
We back, y'all. And we have a special live performance by a special guest, Ari-Ellaaa. Ari-Ellaaa.
Yeah. We live here at the station, 201 Church Lane, Hot Mix VA Radio.
Hey y'all, I'm Ari-Ellaaa. You can follow me on Instagram at ari.eeell with 4 E's.
Yeah. Yo, I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't hurt no more.
Didn't know it hurt so bad. Didn't know I'd get this sad. Didn't think I'd break the rules. Didn't know I'd act a fool. You say, no, you hurting me. I mean, how could you? You deserted me. So nigga, yeah. So nigga, fuck you, yeah. I had to toughen up, I had to stick it out. Put my feelings aside and get out the drought. I needed a reroute, I needed a reroute. I said fuck you, but what did that do for me? It just hurt me clearly, as you can see. Checking on Snap, Twitter, and Instagram, trying to see who got my man attention. Like you stuck me in my heart right from the start. You swear you ain't lie to me, then you was on strike too. Goddamn, I was a fool for loving you. Didn't know I would hurt so
make sure you'll never forget. You'll never forget that I am loyal. I am royal, and I deserve a king that will treat his queen like everything. To be honest, I took a loss. My heart paid the cost. I didn't ask for this. Clearly God built me to take his and stand up for giving, never fold. Didn't know I hurt his bad. Didn't know I get so sad. I didn't know I break the rules. Didn't know I act a fool. You didn't know you hurt me. I mean, how could you? You deserted me. So nigga, oh yeah, so nigga, fuck you. Yeah, so nigga, fuck you. Thank you, thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all give it up at home again for Ari-Ellaaa. Again, y'all can find her all over social media, iTunes, Ari-Ellaaa, Crown Me, all social media. We're going to get into our next segment, y'all, and this is a time to be serious. This is something that affects all communities, but again, that affects our community horribly. And this segment, I call this segment MOD, and it's mental health and addiction. Mental health and addiction. I call it MOD, and I think I just cut the other mic off. I'm sorry, y'all. We have a very special segment guest, peer recovery specialist, Toni Simonson, and we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna discuss this very serious issue, y'all. So it's time to just get serious for a minute. I'd like y'all to welcome Miss Toni Simonson. Well, hello there.
Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm very glad that you took the time to come out and discuss this issue. And just tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been into mental health, addiction.
Well, my name is Toni, and I'm a woman with long-term sobriety. God willing, next Saturday will be 11 years for me, substance-free.
Yes.
I struggled with drug addiction and alcohol addiction up until my 30s. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been to jails, I've been in mental institutions, you know. I'm grateful for the life that I live today, mm-hmm. and never thought that I'd work in the field. Mm-hmm. So being a peer recovery specialist is new for me, just about 2 weeks in.
Okay.
And what that is, it is someone with lived experience.
Mm-hmm.
It is someone with lived experience who has been trained and certified to work with others who struggle with substance use disorder.
Okay. Right.
To get them to a path of recovery and wellness.
Okay. And I thank you for being so transparent about your journey and where you are now. I'd like you to touch base a little bit and kind of explain how mental health and addiction kind of mirror each other.
Yes, they're co-occurring disorders. You know, one doesn't cause the other, but it definitely doesn't, you know, mm-hmm. Help it at all.
Right.
You know, when someone is looking to be whole and well, if they have a substance use disorder and have a co-occurring issue with mental health, mm-hmm. it is imperative that both of them be treated. Both of them be treating. mental health. It could be anxiety, it could be depression, it can be PTSD, it can be ADHD. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And actually, statistics say that about 53%, that's well over half the people who suffer with substance use disorder has a mental health issue that is not treated. So it's imperative. It's imperative for us to be able to identify. You know, it's hard to identify a mental illness in oneself.
Right.
You know, so it really takes family members and things. You know, if you start to hear things like that, it's a personal journey, and it's up to us to be able to seek the help.
Right.
You know, and seeking it through recreational drugs, it will mirror a medication that is designed to balance out the neurotransmitters in the mind.
Right.
In the mind.
And Kent, is there a possible way, for instance, if somebody has a substance abuse issue and they were to get sober and clean and not treat the mental aspect of it, are they sure to relapse, or will they ever get the full recovery if they don't treat both?
I'm not sure about that. Okay. I mean, this is information that on the beginning of my journey that was told to me. Now, prior to recovery, I was on medication for mental health things. And for me, when I stopped using recreational drugs, everything ironed out, and they tried to keep pushing it on me, and I did, that wasn't the case for me.
Okay.
Being that there's so many different mental health disorders that are out there, I really don't know if that is something that is true. Okay. Possibly. I mean, the percentage has to be high.
Right.
To be able to treat both. There are two disorders. Why not? What is there to lose?
Right.
And not all mental health medication or recovery requires medication. You got holistic. It's a myriad of things out there. Different behavioral modifications that therapists teach and everything. So people that's against medication, that doesn't have to be your route that you take. It's important for us to do something. Something, because our communities, our society is just suffering terribly when we don't have to.
Right. Now, this is an interesting question. I'm not sure you can answer it, but what do you think about the person who thinks medicinal marijuana, especially since today everything is becoming legal, you can grow your own weed, it's supposed to be like a herb that comes from the earth. With somebody that has a cross addiction, which is a cross diagnosis, an addiction and a mental health issue, is medicinal weed something that they should do? Even if online it says, hey, if you have a mental health issue and you're a recovering addict, or you can take this medicinal marijuana and be great. Is that something that you suggest that someone try, or should they just stay clear of anything of that nature, even if it's a natural herb?
My journey, I stand by complete abstinence.
Okay.
I stand by complete abstinence. That's what has worked for me. My journey, I have taken the time to research what it is.
Right.
What makes my brain different? I got a lot of trauma from childhood and things of that nature, so I'm just leaving it all alone.
Right.
It is the restructuring of the brain, which addiction is all about, and what the chemicals do.
Right.
So for me, I stay clear of everything. You can't even give me no mouthwash with alcohol in it.
No, that's right.
You can't. You can't. I don't have the enzymes. My body doesn't have the enzymes to break down these substances. So I give myself one. Ain't no telling Jack what's gonna happen. So I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Okay. Tell people where they can find you, or maybe somewhere that they can go if they're having a addiction problem or think that they have something wrong with their mental health.
The best way to reach me, I'm new to social media, so I'm new to social media. Call me.
Okay.
Call me. My phone, I answer the phone all types of times during the night. So my
Okay.
number is 804-397-3393. And I
Okay.
can get you some resources. That I can do.
Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I'm hoping that Miss Toni will be a recurring guest on our mental health segment. And again, she gave you her number. And if you need to get that number again, I'm assuming you can go back and view this video and get it again. But if you think that you have a substance abuse or alcohol problem or anything mentally wrong with you, even if you just have a feeling, please seek some help. Thank you again, Miss Toni.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And we will see her again, y'all. We taking a music break and we'll be back.
Goddamn DJ with a knocker.
That's my dog. To the end, can't tell me different. We gon' ball to the top, break it down dividends. All the trenches, we came, but that's what we never had shit. I remember dog posted on the block, elbows ashes. That's my dog. To the end, can't tell me different. We gon' ball to the top, break it down dividends. All the trenches, we came, but I swear we never had shit. I remember dog posted on the block, elbows ashes. I remember dog posted on the block, elbows ashes. Everybody looking at me, everybody out there laughing. Unattractive, what the fuck, y'all can't even help me. But it's okay, cause one day, man, I'ma give me a bag, yeah. And I'ma live it up, yeah. Ain't nobody gon' fuck with us. I'm in a different section in the club. And if you ain't with me, you ain't pointed up. I'm a young nigga, pull it up. They doubted me. Now I'm on the highway and I'm in the outer sea. I'm gone, I ain't coming home. Y'all want me to come on, but I'ma leave y'all alone. Y'all ain't fuck with me back then, so now when y'all wanna fit in, but ain't no room in here. That's my dog, to the end, can't tell me different. We gon' ball to the top, breaking down dividends. All the trenches, we came, but I swear we never had shit. I remember dog posted on the block, elbows ashes. That's my dog, to the end, can't tell me different. We gon' ball to the top, breaking down dividends. All the trenches, we came, but I swear we never had shit. I remember dog posted on the block, elbows ashes.
Yep. Yep.
Got it. We are back.
Shaun Nicole got me wilding out.
We just having fun, y'all. Give us a hot second. Give me 1 second.
What's going on right now? We're talking about the Shy. Come on back here, Shaun Nicole. We're talking about the Shy right now. We do not do dead air. We do not do dead air.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We're talking about
I'm
the Shy.
sorry.
I know where we at
'Cause,
right
yeah,
now. I know where we at.
Okay,
we ain't got to go over there. Just ask your boy. I got
I'm
you.
sorry. Thank you. I was having too much fun, y'all.
Just because I'm a stoner, that man, that short-term memory is it's a myth. It's a myth.
I'm sorry, y'all. Whew. Okay, welcome back, y'all. We back, and our next segment is called Showtime. And this segment is where we pick a show that's going on right now related to our community, and we discuss certain things that's going on, raise awareness, and some people at home may be feeling the same thing. So our show for this series is The Shy. And I'm sure a lot of y'all watching The Shy. I'm not sure what episode this happened on, maybe the last couple of episodes back.
You talking about the police brutality?
Yes.
I think that was episode 4. Maybe.
Okay.
Or 5.
Don't give me the line. One of those episodes, and it was where the guys were going home from school, and what's the guy name with the Jake got into it with the cops. Okay, well, he refused to do what the cops were asking him. He didn't feel like that he needed to show any ID or anything.
Right.
Of course, y'all know what happened when they beat him. And then his brother got involved, the mayor, which was also in cahoots, with the brother. And they wanted to retaliate. I want to know, what do you feel about what he did? Do you think it was right as far as the retaliation? Do you think that he was warranted in what he did?
For that town, Chicago, something need to happen.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think defunding the police, though, is an answer to anything.
Why do you feel like that?
Because, I think it has to do with more, psychology. Or they need more training. Or, every 6 months, they got to go back in, let's go through this again and make sure, what's been going on with you on the beat or whatever.
Right.
It's just, I don't know, man. I'm so torn in between this because I'm tired of how people reacting without thinking. So maybe that's something that we need to think about where we can come up with a plan.
Well, now
or
that
retaliate the correct way,
right,
without hurting ourselves or anybody else.
Well, you know what? You definitely changed my whole way of thinking just by saying that. You really did, because my mind was totally on something else. But you're right.
But you was ready to ride or die, right?
Pretty much.
You was back in Black Panther and everything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But I think what you said is a very valid point. We need to learn how to retaliate in a safe way.
Right.
Now, with that being said, Jay could have just, to me, sometimes the way to stay out of trouble is just not get in it. Even though it sucks that, if you're being harassed, you feel like you're being harassed, you don't want to bite your tongue. You want to fight back. You want to push back. Right. But Jay just could have simply showed him his ID.
And he was too young to really know his rights. But actually, Jake was right, though.
Yeah, but it's the way he did it.
Yeah,
the way he said it was,
and all of that.
Even though the cop did not have the right to put his hands on him at all.
But the cop needs to learn that, okay, it's not about your feelings, it's about the law.
Exactly.
Get out your feelings. And
exactly.
Most cops, police officers, people with a badge, you see how I look at the camera on that one, right? Most of y'all with a badge think with your feelings. Security guards and all, y'all think with your feelings.
Right.
Stop that.
Right. And I think that's a good point, and that's where most of all that trouble comes from.
Right.
Because, like you said, people in their feelings, just as well as guys. And some police.
Majority of police are emotional, man.
Right.
It's
that's what I was
they more emotional than a pregnant woman. You know what I mean? They are very emotional people. I'm not trying to disrespect any cop. I salute the good ones. Well, you really can't say any good ones because you're not turning into bad ones.
Right.
That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother another show. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, because I have to applaud y'all, because it's hard to go out here and not know what you're facing. Just like it's hard for the pedestrian or the citizen or whatever you want to call it to not be aware of, what my rights are. That's the first thing.
Right.
What your rights are.
Start there,
and I
knowing
will
your
say
rights.
one thing before we close this segment. If the cops turn his lights on behind you, the law states if you feel unsafe, you can turn your hazard lights on and drive somewhere where you feel safe. So the police are now, remember I said turn your hazard lights on. Don't just keep going, because then it makes it seem like you trying to flee.
Right.
But if you turn your hazard lights on and just drive somewhere where you do feel safe, you can also dial 911 and let them know, hey, I'm not saying everybody gonna do this, because who's thinking about that? But that's also what the law states. You can call 911 and say, "Hey,
we need to think like that.
I feel,
we need to think like that.
So a police is behind me. I feel unsafe, so I'm riding over here. Before I get pulled over in a crowded area. You do not have to pull over 3 o'clock in the morning and you riding down one of them wicked roads in Chesterfield or something with no lights if you don't feel safe. You don't have to do that.
When Verona, somewhere deep in the woods.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. So y'all tune in on the next show for Showtime. And We're going to go to one last music break, and then we'll be back to close the show. Peace.
I remember wishing I was 18, standing on the block wishing I was 21. But now I'm grown, now I'm grown, now I'm grown. Yeah, I remember wishing I was 18, standing on the block wishing I was 21. But now I'm grown, now I'm grown, now I'm grown. Yeah, I'm over 18 now, I'm over 21 now. And I done seen a lot of shit, seen a lot of negative shit, turn to positive, and these people ain't on your block. They just wanna see if you hot. But if you fall down now, the trip up on your face, would they even help you out? Yeah. All this fishing and ain't shit different. Say all this fishing and ain't shit different. The money piling to the ceiling. If you helping out, then they gon' try to kill you. I remember wishing I was 18, standing on the block wishing I was 21. But now I'm grown, now I'm grown, now I'm grown. Yeah, I remember wishing I was 18, standing on the block wishing I was 21. But now I'm grown, now I'm grown, now I'm grown. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We here live at 201 Hot Mix VA Radio.
All right, y'all. What's going on, y'all? We back. And
Yes.
just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in for this first show. We really appreciate it. Mellow Mel,
It's going down.
our friendly neighborhood police.
Now, this is a good show, you know what I'm saying? It keeps it real, and I really do appreciate
No problem. We appreciate
coming
you.
on the show and stuff like that.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you having you here. Miss Kush.
What you just want my going
Man, your
out?
last
You know, you can
thoughts?
follow me on everything, Mr. Kush. Make sure you stay cushy. Thank God for July 1st. But make sure you read the law. Make sure you understand the law, man. Just because they made it legal, don't think you can be out here doing whatever. So stay black, stay high.
And y'all, Mr. Kush don't know it yet, but he got a story.
Uh-oh.
And I am not going to let him get away without him being in this chair. So be on the lookout for that episode where he is not the co-host, but he is going to be sitting right here, y'all, so we can get deep and personal, because this brother got a
really
lot
want
of
me to
history.
put him on blast,
A
man.
lot of history and a lot of things that need to be said. So again, we appreciate y'all. Thank you to Ari-Ellaaa.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you to Miss Toni, our peer recovery specialist. And we gonna take y'all out with this last episode, because we want y'all to keep it right, keep it tight.
Hey, 24/7 Hot Mix VA.
And this last joint, y'all, it's called Dirty MF. All right, that's what this last joint called, Dirty MF.
Dirty motherfucker. You dirty motherfucker.
There's some people out there
Dirty
that make no sense.
Dirty
This don't make
motherfucker.
no
You
sense.
dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker. You dirty motherfucker. You dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker.
Now, how about when you at work, right? You at work.
Yeah.
And you got these nagging ass supervisors. Y'all know about that?
Yes.
Know about that, Mr. Kush? All right, I'm gonna let him plead the fifth on that. Tell me an experience that you had with a dirty MFer.
Oh, man. My experience.
Yeah, just tell me one experience you had with a dirty MFer.
It's a lot of stories.
Just pick one. Pick one.
Oh, my
We
God.
closing it out. Pick one.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Please.
How about you a dirty motherfucker when you know, you hold somebody down for over 20 years. And you can never call that person for what they can call you for. Man, you dirty motherfucker.
Dirty motherfucker.
Why am I friends with you? Why am I friends with you? Who are you? Who?
Dirty
Why?
Preach.
You know who's dirty? Who? You know who's dirty?
Dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker.
Who's dirty?
The Olympics.
Yes!
The Olympics, y'all. Like, yeah, they dirty. They dirty. I mean, yo, let the girl run.
As long as it ain't crack, let her run track.
Right.
Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. We'll catch y'all July the 24th.
Yes,
for episode 2, y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Shout out to Hot Mix Radio. Y'all did the thing. And we having fun. Peace.
Motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker. You dirty motherfucker. Dirty motherfucker.